broke when I saw the pink signs on Monday. 19 trees along Main and Ivy Streets in Brantford are set to come down.
Deforestation is human destruction that's impacting ecosystems and communities all across the world. Cutting down trees for industrial purposes is something I've noticed a lot more in my local community and surrounding towns.
The main purpose of deforestation is to increase land area. Increased land area helps to set up industries, and this is due to increased population growth.
CT has faced a 2.2% decrease in tree cover since 2000, and only 60% of CT's land is forested. Going to work every day, I was always intrigued by this patch of forest and shrubs where I would see deer and other undisturbed wildlife until it was cleared out last year to put a plaza with shops. After looking around at all the other businesses and land where trees and ecosystems once thrived, between Amazon warehouses, baseball fields, and agricultural fields that are abandoned, human destruction and deforestation was put in a new perspective for me and led me to question when humans will finally say enough is enough and we need to make a change.
Deforestation is caused due to many reasons, such as logging, industrial development, strip mining, and human activities.
Compared to some other states, we have a lot of wooded areas in Connecticut, but I've lived here for over 40 years and I've noticed that most of the wooded patches are disappearing.
Rebecca lives in a town that, as you can see, is heavily affected by deforestation with all the red. This town is greatly affected as this is a popular business area due to the airport. Bradley International Airport in Windsor Locks is 2,432 acres long, but other businesses have taken over the forest and dominated this area.
I've built my whole entire life, and the growing population and the growing businesses have affected my community and wildlife.
In the middle of the town, there's a mall, and they cleared it all, and it's just empty. There's nothing really in it. It's just abandoned. There's maybe a few stores and the movie theater, but there's really nobody goes there. And even down the street at the 7-Eleven, they just tore down all the trees. I was just want to say, I used to work there.
In addition to this, William brought me to this area in Enfield where 2 years ago, the town decided to clear out at least 20 acres of land for the purpose of solar panels, in addition to all the other neighborhoods and fields that surround it. Just 2 miles up the street in the same town, a company has previously cleared out all this land for mining and industrial purposes that has affected the citizens nearby. Deforestation in CT continues to take its toll on the wildlife and their resource and space availability. So many species have been pushed from their habitats and forced to adapt to human impact.
Go on! Go! Take off, bud.
Rebecca expressed her concerns regarding animals losing habitats and being forced into industrialized areas.
I've been seeing it a lot on the news lately. The bears have been pushed from their habitats and going into people's garages and houses and trying to get into their food and their bird feeders. I can't even put my bird feeders out anymore.
Even though deforestation is happening all over the world and is only increasing, there are things people can do to make a change when they work together. In February of 2022, people came together to make their voices heard and push for a legislative change in CT to protect our forests and eliminate activities contributing to climate change. Another protest against deforestation and climate change happened in New Haven in 2020. It's important that people continue standing up for the environment and push world leaders to take the necessary steps to preserve our wildlife and all the species that depend upon it, as well as make more of an effort together to to replace the trees that CT has cut down in the past.
I know the aesthetic benefits of trees are great, and those will be lost, whether or not they're great trees to have in the area, whether or not they're healthy. I would just like to have a public opinion hearing to maybe offer some dissenting views.